Hey guys, it's Nikki. I'm here with a completed project, and before I start explaining what it is I did, I just want to give credit to the person who inspired this. Earlier today I watched a video that Jade, who's at Jaded Studios here on YouTube, had posted, where she made a layout using an embroidery hoop. And as soon as I saw her video, I knew that I wanted to do something like that, because I cross-stitch, and I have several old wooden embroidery hoops that I've used. And if you embroider, you know that these hoops get stretched out, and there are ways to put them back in place, but it's really time consuming, and it's just cheaper to buy a new one. Really, they're not that expensive. So I had these old hoops that I didn't use anymore laying around, and so I was like, that's a really good idea, and I can use those up. So I just wanted to give her credit, and if you haven't saw her video, definitely check her out. She's got a really, really pretty project where she made her layout. But this is just my version of it, and this is what it looks like. Like I said, this is using a wooden embroidery hoop. And this hoop is 8 inches. You can get smaller ones and even larger ones if you'd like, but I found this is a pretty good size. So when you buy these hoops, normally they're like a light tan color. They're just unfinished wood. And so there has to be work done to them, obviously, to make them look nicer. But before I started coloring or anything on the hoop, I measured my hoop. Like I said, it was 8 inches, and so I cut a 10-inch circle from my paper, and this is from the Mariposa paper stack. And we've all seen that stack, but I cut a 10-inch circle out, and then I wet my paper, because you have to bend it around this wooden hoop, and if you leave it dry, it's going to tear. So I wet my paper up real good, and I just took, there's an inside hoop, there's 2 parts to this, and I just bent this paper around the inside hoop while it was wet and formed it to the hoop, and then I dried it like that so that it would hold that shape. And then after I did that, I used my vintage photo and my walnut stain distress ink to ink up this frame. And the reason why I didn't use paint is because I thought it might add a little bit too much thickness to the frame and it wouldn't fit properly. So that's why I used distress inks to stain it. And you don't have to color the inside hoop, because you're not going to see that, so you can just color the outside hoop and around the edges. Even though I put trim, I still colored the edge up with those distress inks. So after I did that, I put my paper into the hoop and closed my hoop up, and there's this little knob up here, and you just twist it and it tightens the hoop up, and it'll go as tight as you want it. So you just twist that, and then I took antique linen and tea dye, and I just distressed the edges. I didn't want a heavy distress, so it's fairly light. And then I came and put first I put this lace down, and this is some lace I got in a rack. I believe I got it from Kimmy. She's a Mac wishing too. I believe she sent that to me, and I just stained it using some homemade glimmer mist, and then I run some vintage photo and some antique linen distress inks over it just to grunge it up a little bit. And then this trim I got from Hobby Lobby, so I just ran that across. And I put this trim on the edge, and this lace trim is one I got in a haul this past week, and that come from Hobby Lobby. And this is some I've had in my stash I also got from Hobby Lobby, and I just glued those down. And then I put this frame. This frame is from K & Company. It's in their glitter die pack, that's the name of it. And I just adhered it on the edges so that this tag slides in and out. And on the back I used, that's one of those Michael stamps, and I just embossed that birdcage in gold embossing powder and just stuck a journaling spot on there. And then for this ribbon, if you can see it's threaded through, I used a Martha Stewart punch and just threaded this ribbon through. And this is Michael's ribbon. I got it at Christmas time, and just put a flat back pearl in the center of the bow. And this sticker, this came from Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure what the name of the collection was, but it definitely came from Hobby Lobby. And it just slides in there, and I think it fits. The photo would be 3.5 by 3.5 is what would fit in that frame. And then I put this cluster of flowers. These flowers are Recollection flowers, and these are some I got in a haul this past week when I got that trim from Hobby Lobby. And these itty bitty roses are Recollections as well. This is a Prima flowers, as well as this one, and I just took a Recollections flower and glued it in the center. And these letters, they were originally just a plain flat blue color. They were this color, but they were flat, no glitter. And I had got some, they were just like sample packs of glitter from Hobby Lobby last year at Easter, when their Easter stuff had went on clearance. And it's a really fine glitter, and so I just sprayed the I used the Elmer spray adhesive, and I sprayed the letters, and then I put the glitter over it, and then I went back over the glitter with glossy accents just to seal in that glitter so it wouldn't be flaking off. This parentheses mark is, well, is that a parentheses? More like a quotation mark. A bracket. That's what they're called, a bracket. This is from K & Company. There's some gold leaves in here. This was on a vine. It was kind of like grape leaves, and I cut those off and stuck them in there, as well as these little sprays. And there's some more of those up here. This sticker says Memories, and it came from the same sticker sheet as this. This says Remember When. And I'm trying to see what else I did. This bottle cap is a Recollections bottle cap, and this little butterfly is from the Que Sera Sera die cut pack, and I just glued him on there, and then I covered the whole bottle cap with glossy accents to seal it in and to make it shiny. And this butterfly is from the Que Sera Sera pack as well, their die cut pack. But I believe that's all I did to it, and I'm going to post some pictures at the end of the video. But I was just so super excited to have completed this project, and just wanted to share it with you all, and I hope you like it, and thanks for watching. Bye.